Okay, so some of the challenges that retailers are facing today are basically looking from a customer perspective and looking from an operations perspective. From a customer perspective, the customer's got more choice. They can now review, go online and see more products. They can compare, they can review, they can obviously look at pricing. From an operational perspective, the operations work more in silos. So different departments work in different areas. They have different budgets. They have different strategies about what they want to achieve. So the overarching issue is that it's an old business model, and technology needs to be engaged to involve that business model. So from these core challenges, the one core thing that people need to look at, obviously, is customer. So from a customer perspective, they don't look in channels. So everyone talks about multi-channel, omni-channel, but actually a customer just wants to shop. So whether they're shopping online or through the mobile or physically going in store, there is no experience other than it needs to be seamless. So the way that you need to look at from a retailer is to really understand, put the customer centric to the operation. Build an environment where, whether visiting the store and whether they are so-called showrooming, they may be looking at reviews, they may be looking at other pricing, but you need to empower your employees, your people, to be able to create that experience, because they wouldn't be going to the store if they knew that they could just go and buy it online anyway. So a shopping experience is an in-store experience. What retailers should also consider is their employees. Every retailer has tens, hundreds, thousands of employees, and they should be critical to the actual overall operations of the retail. So then individuals from shop floor workers all the way through to management. Shop floor workers need to know about the product. So when customers come in, they need to understand about the product, they need to know what the reviews are, they need to be able to maximise the sale as well. So what you need to do is look at the internal communications. You also need to empower those employees to be understanding. So because we are really passionate about how we improve the retail space, especially from an employee's perspective, we overtook some research where we engaged 1,000 respondents and retail workers, and some of the insight that we got back to understand what sort of solutions, what sort of products, what sort of things would help them actually improve their job. And we found that there was 47% of actual people respondents didn't actually know very much about the actual products they're selling. Many had under 2 hours worth of sort of training in the whole product range. 67% of people actually didn't want to, but actually lied to customers about products. So when you've got customers coming in on their mobile looking at the same products, you need to have that security that your shop floor workers are actually more engaged in the products as well. Not only is it from a product perspective, but it's a communication perspective. So we have a client where the actual employees use the consumer app to find out the stock levels of their own store. So it just seems a strange scenario when your employees are using consumer-based applications to find out information that should be to hand anyway for them. So the final thing that businesses and retailers need to look at is convergence of the business model, the operations. Businesses have evolved, all been working in silos for years and years. That's how businesses have evolved over the years. Now with technology and how consumers interact, we're using social media. It's now how businesses internally can use the same technologies and look at how they interact. And fundamentally, it's look at the convergence. It's about different teams working. It's currently working in silos, working more collaboratively together to improve overall operations efficiencies and the overarching customer experience as well. So if retailers look at those three core areas, putting the customer at the heart of the shopping experience, improving internal communications and empowering employees, and converging core business areas to improve operations, fundamentally they will, depending on what part of the journey they're at, where some organisations are delivering this, but for some it could be complete business transformation. The future for retailing currently, I would say, is very much focused around personalisation. A personalised experience for the customers and also a personalised experience for the employees. So it's about converging the journey through whether it's a customer purchasing online, a customer visiting a store, where the employee knows just as much information. There's a lot of tech out there, there's a lot of implementation of gimmicky technologies, but it's more about the heart of the business. So improving the overarching efficiencies, knowing where your stock's coming in, when your stock's going out, which areas, which colours, what things are selling where, and becoming much more streamlined as a business operation, and fundamentally allowing your employees to become the best salespeople they can be. So this isn't just for big businesses. Small businesses can really improve from technology as well. Currently, they're actually in much more an advantageous place. They're very agile in how they can work, and they're actually really much closer to the end customer. So with that, in principle, they can also evolve much more quickly. What the small businesses also have the advantage of is they don't have these huge legacy systems, the corporate silos, the worries and the concerns of senior management, etc. So what they can do is actually think about how they're going to grow their business, and if they put the right technology at the beginning, then it can expand much more easily and more streamlined.